Hello.
Hey,
What's going on?
I'm impressed you're up so early and on time, even though I wouldn't expect
Uh,
any less out of a champion like
I'm
yourself. How
onto
are
it.
you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Good morning. Thanks. Is this early for you or is this normal?
Normal. I'm up usually around 6:30 or so. Sometimes
Damn.
earlier when Noah wakes up. Yeah, he's not the best sleeper.
What time does he go to bed?
Uh, Depends. Maybe around 7 usually, but he wakes up like at least 5 times a night.
Yeah,
Yeah, horrible sleeper. And he's almost 1 now, and he still hasn't slept through the night. So it's
is
a bit
that
of a
weird?
struggle. But
I'm not a baby expert.
yeah, I mean it's not normal. We're actually going to sleep school next week.
Oh,
Or
really?
yeah, in a week and a half we go to sleep school. So just so we can try and sort that out, try and get him sleeping through the night.
You know what always helps me is getting really drunk.
You know what? Andy Buckworth was here, and he said his nana used to give him like a little bit of alcohol before he went to sleep when he was a baby, and that made him sleep through the night. I'm like, I'm not going to give my son alcohol.
I don't want my son to turn out like Andy Buckworth.
Yeah, that's funny.
So how's the whole quarantine thing going? Everything decent? Are you staying sane out there?
Yeah, everything's fine for me. I guess similar to Pat, it's like not much has changed for me because I have the skate park in the backyard. I've got a little gym and stuff set up here, and it's pretty much just normal. Just can't go and ride different parks. That's all. And then yeah, I mean, just obviously with the traveling and stuff like that, that's unfortunate. That does suck not traveling, as you can probably understand that too. But yeah, other than the travel, not much has changed for me really.
Yeah, I'm definitely going a bit nuts. I haven't been home this much since I was like in high school. I'm
Yeah.
just used to being on
Yeah.
the road all the time. Is that weird at all for you, or is it kind of nice, being at home with your family?
Uh, I mean, it is nice, but it is good to be here as well. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd definitely rather be traveling. Or like I enjoy traveling, and when the family comes, it's amazing. But yeah, it is good being here with them as well. But I do like to mix it up and travel.
Would you be going completely nuts right now if you didn't have your ramp?
Yeah, definitely. I'd be going insane. It'd be crazy. Like I don't even know what I'd be doing really. I've been breaking up riding a little bit with doing stuff around the house, but yeah, I mean, if I didn't have the setup, I'd be going insane.
So are you're building some new stuff? Did I happen to see that?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
top
So
secret
so
or?
Jason, not really. No, I've been keeping everyone updated. Um, Not many people know what I'm actually building yet, so everyone will stay tuned for that. But yeah, Jason Watts is here now, and we've been the last few days or last week we were just like we had to take everything apart to to break it down into sections to move it over. So we've got more space to build the things we're going to build. So that's all moved. The boys got a new quarter up yesterday, and then yeah, we're about to get stuck into it again today. So just yeah, a few new ramps to fill in some space and add a few new elements to it.
Anything super creative or exciting, or just kind of more of the same?
No, I mean just similar park features, but yeah, it's similar to what a feast course has, but the design Jason came up with was super cool, and couldn't turn that down. So we're going ahead with it, and that shouldn't take too long. Maybe another week, so it'll
Nice.
be all done.
For a man
Yeah,
that drinks Jack Daniels all day long, Jason Watts is kind of a genius when it comes to a lot of things.
yeah, he's onto it. He's definitely a smart dude, um, and he's an extremely good bike rider as well. So
Yeah, yeah,
he's got a few good things going for him.
yeah. Not bad. There's guys like me struggling to find one, and there's guys like him that are just good at everything.
He's
So
got a few things. Yeah, exactly.
kind of unfair out there, but no, that's cool. Have you been? I saw you've been riding with J2E and Buckworth was out there. Who else have you been riding with lately?
Yeah, I mean we've sort of been keeping numbers fairly limited at my place, just
Yep.
because like my neighbours sort of whinge for petty things. So because we have a two person limit at each property, I've just been having two people over, which is usually Tui. When Andy Buckworth was here, he was classified as living here, so he didn't count. And then my mate Josh Matthews, you may have heard of him.
Yep.
He comes over every now and then. Other than that, not really many people. Jack Borthwick's come over a few times. One of my mates, Shane, So yeah, but we are just keeping numbers fairly limited.
So looking to the future, I know it's way too soon to say, but is the next thing on your calendar feast in China? I think everything's been canceled other than that as far as what you'd be competing in.
Yeah. Well, as far as I know, that we haven't heard anything about feast in China at the moment. So
It's
that's
still on the calendar, but who knows what that means, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, exactly. We'll see if the international travel ban's lifted by then. But
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I don't think it will be. It's looking fairly unlikely, even though stuff's starting to ease now a little bit. I think the international travel ban might stick around for a little while. Whether that goes till November or not, I'm not sure. But that's pretty much the next thing on my schedule. Yeah.
Which is pretty wild because that's in November.
Yeah, wild. The whole
So
year.
does this, I don't want to get too much into the financial side of things here because that's nobody's business. But I know that you make a lot of money competing. That's kind of why you have a nice car, why you have a nice house, why you have your own park. Is this a pretty big hit to you not being able to get out there and win 2 X Games gold medals?
Yeah, it is a bit. I mean, I'm still doing okay with my sponsors and stuff like that. That's obviously super helpful.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is going to be a decrease this year because there's no events. Yeah, it's going to not be a good year like last year.
No, I think everybody's feeling it across the board, man. I think it's nobody's
exactly
immune to
right.
this.
Everyone's in the same boat.
Well, we have actually one more important question before I dive into these questions that everybody submitted. What's the first thing you're going to do when this ban is totally lifted?
Probably go to the gym.
I asked Pat Casey the same thing, and he said go to Target. I expect some elaborate, exciting answers. We got a gym and we got Target, so.
Yeah, probably just go get a good gym session in.
Is your home gym new because of this situation, or do you already have a home gym set up?
No, I sort of had some stuff set up. Sort of just decked it out a little bit better, made it look a little bit nicer. Got some floor mats and stuff like that. But I sort of had a few things already. I didn't really work out too much at home. I'd always just go to the gym, but it's been getting used a lot more now.
Yeah. That's, if it's an excuse to build something at home, that never hurts to have,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm stoked on it as well. It fits on the deck perfect, and it's I've got the look out. The skate park's right down by the gym and stuff. So
stay motivated.
Nice.
It's why you're doing
exactly.
this,
Yeah, that's it.
Let's dive into some of these questions that we got submitted from people across the world. The first one, I see him asking it in the comments as well, but Wayne wants to know when you're going to do a Superman decade.
Probably never. I've done one on Dave Mirra, so I guess that sort of counts, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, the most legit one, and this is way before your time, was Ruel Erickson, and he's from the same hometown as me, so that's a close to home one. So I want to see you do that. Me and Wayne both do. So
it would be sick. I've seen Willie do it. How Willie's done it.
Yeah.
Sort of like an off-axis one, but I guess it counts as a Superman decade.
Dude, Ruel Erickson did a perfect one on a dirt jump. Like the back end there was no down whip at all. It was the back end stayed stationary. It was.
I can't decade, so maybe I'll learn decade first.
Otif wants to know, why did you stay in Australia instead of moving to the US like so many riders did?
Yeah, I mean, good question. There was a point where I was, me and Kim were talking about what the next step was, and it was either build a skate park in my backyard or move overseas, because there was not much stuff going on here, and then everything obviously just worked out like perfect here. I found a property, and a big enough property to be able to build the skate park, and that was actually on the cards. Yeah, I did. I was looking into doing that, or not for the whole time, but for 6 months of the year at least. We were looking at going over there. But then, since I built the skate park, I don't need that. I have everything I need here now. I have motivation, whether I ride with people or whether I don't, and I've got perfect setup now. So it's not really necessary now for me to move over there.
That makes sense, especially now that you're representing Australia. It's kind of good that you live in Australia.
Yeah, exactly.
Kane Palmer wants to know if contests being canceled have hurt your motivation at all.
Nah, it hasn't hurt motivation at all. when I'm on the bike, I'm still pushing as hard as I can. I still like to be working out and keeping active, and doing everything I was always doing. It's just there's less pressure to be out there riding every day. If I've got a niggling injury, I can have a day off, and stuff like that. So it's just less pressure, less stress, but definitely not lacking motivation at all. Just trying to get my body right and my mind right. And
I talked to Daniel Dares.
Yeah.
I talked to Daniel Dares recently, and he said he's progressing kind of differently. Like there's certain tricks he kind of needed to work on that he never really could work on between trips. Do you feel that at all? Are there certain tricks you're kind of figuring out right now that you wouldn't have figured out if
yeah, I mean, there is a few new tricks that I've been learning. I have posted up a few new tricks as well that I just sort of have wanted to try now as well. Just, I don't know, just to get the thrill back, I guess.
Yeah.
And I mean, especially with brakes as well, my riding's, it feels different on the bike as well now. So it's super, super exciting to mix it up. And then everything is just feeling good. So trying new tricks is definitely, I have been learning some new stuff and trying some new stuff as well.
Are the brakes possibly going to stay, or is this just a let's mess around?
Yeah, they're gonna stay.
Really?
Stay. Yeah, it's feeling good. I think it has a big benefit, and it doesn't feel like I ever really took them off, even though it was six years ago I took them off.
Yeah.
But, the muscle memory of not catching the lever, or even just landing one finger on the lever when I catch the bars and stuff is still there. Everything's perfect and everything feels good. So I think they're going to stay.
Make sure you don't land sideways. Take for a long day.
Yeah.
Do you have the lever on the left or the right?
On the left.
You're not American.
No, I'm not.
Shout out to Scooter Ryan. He asked about the brakes, but you got to it before he did. M. Herv wants to know, do you do your full run in practice before the finals, or only the lines and keep the tricks secret?
No, so I do the whole line. I'll figure out my line, in practice the days before, and then I'll sort of break it down into parts, I guess. So I'll do 20 seconds of my line with the tricks, move on to the next section, and sort of break it down that way. But I don't do my whole run with all my tricks, during practice. But most of the time, I'll do most of my tricks. Yeah.
You do most of your tricks, but you do the entire line, though, right? You don't ever leave any transfers or anything? You do all that in practice?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Alec wants to know if you're scared of Noah being better than you at bikes.
I saw that comment. I mean, I hope he is, to be honest. It'd be amazing. It would be sick if if he gets on a bike and wants to ride as well, it's going to be super cool to be able to ride with him. And obviously I'll push him to be the best he can be, and I hope he gets better than me. That'd be awesome.
Do you feel like you're going to be a competitive father when he's in sports and whatnot? Or will you be able to, I know you're such a competitive person, will you be able to take a step back and just let him have fun? Or are you going to be
for sure.
fighting other dads?
No, I'm definitely I'm chill when it comes to that. I think I wouldn't want to push him towards something that he doesn't want to do or anything like that. I let him do what he wants to do. I'll give him, the support that he needs and stuff like that, but definitely just let him do what he needs to do, what he wants to do.
I recommend golf. You don't get hurt, and you make a lot of money.
Yeah, that's it.
Jason Taylor wants to know who does the best Superman seat grabs in BMX.
I don't even know. Matt White has a good one.
Yeah.
He can get him, super extended on the nitro ramp there. He's been doing that for a while. Yeah, Matt White sort of comes to mind, just because he gets him super extended, and the bike's super high as well when he does it.
Yeah, those are, especially on such a big ramp, those are like a whole different genre of Superman seat grabs. Some of the stuff Tui does as well, not so much the seat grabs, but like the...
Yeah, that's unreal too.
Dude, Tui rides really good.
He does.
Watching him ride your ramp, I forget how damn good he is. Dude, he could really do well at any contest.
Yeah, for sure. He's super good. He needs some more confidence, but he's super good, and sometimes he does lack a bit of confidence, and I'll give him.
Mr. Carl Carlson.
Hey, senor, how are you?
What's happening?
Cheers. Good to see you.
Cheers.
He's about to get started.
Oh yeah.
Good for him.
So he does lack a little bit of confidence, but it is good that he gets to ride with me. I do push him and tell him that he can do stuff and he'll give it a go and he'll land it. But he's unreal. He can literally do anything.
Yeah, when he showed up at Feast in Montpellier last year, I was like, oh, Tui's legit going to make finals. He can like be top 5 here. But then, he didn't. I was wrong.
Yeah.
But he's got all the potential, man. He could literally do it. But.
Yeah, for sure. With a bit more, I think, contest experience, he'll do really well.
Yeah.
He just needs
J.R.
to
Hobbs
get in there.
Sorry, go ahead.
He just needs to get to more events and just get the feel for more events.
Yeah, the Nitro thing's hard because I'm excited for all those guys to go make a living and they make a good living doing it, which is rad. Yeah. But I'm bummed when a guy like Jay has such a tight schedule that he can't go to Feast and compete regularly.
Yeah.
J.R. Hobbs wants to know, do you think the GC compound closing affected the progression in the Brisbane area?
Yeah, definitely. The GC compound was a big part of progression for this area, Brisbane and Gold Coast, and sort of anywhere near here, New South Wales. A lot of people would go ride there. There'd always be packed sessions and everyone pushing each other. That closed down, I think, in 2015, and obviously BMX goes in waves. Sometimes there's heaps of riders, sometimes there's not. But definitely after GC compound closed down, the it sloped downhill from here.
Yeah.
For the riders here. A lot of people don't really like concrete skate parks, which there's a lot of concrete skate parks around here. So people sort of just started to get over it and stuff like that.
Different type of riding,
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I think it definitely killed the progression. Like it was on a big increase. So yeah,
there were so many riders that we could watch come up from there. Guys like you and Baldock and even Chansey, and there's just so many guys you watched come up from GC compound, and I feel like I don't really see that style of riding still blossoming out in your area. Are there some young up and comers that aren't really on the map yet, or is it kind of just you dudes holding it down?
Not really. I mean, there's a lot of good riders here. But as for, I guess the next best thing, like you got Josh Dove, like more of a ball rider, but super good.
Yeah.
As for like a Savage Park rider, there's not really anyone like pushing at the moment. Not really anyone super hungry here, and that probably does come down to not having a dialed training facility, or even the vibe that we had back at GC compound days.
Yeah. No, I think that progressive vibe. It's Greenville. You look at how many pros there were in Greenville. You feed off each other. And
yeah, exactly.
The world's changed. Different era.
Definitely.
SoCal Shreds wants to know, what's one trick that you've never been able to do?
One trick I've never been able to do. Put me on the spot here. I don't even know. I've never been like good at turndowns.
I was gonna guess turndowns.
Yeah. I've never been good at turndowns. I can do them, but it's not really. It's more of a stylish trick, and I just don't have a good style for a turndown, I guess.
Are you better or worse at them than Ryan Nyquist is?
I'm gonna say better. I can turn down, but they just don't really. They can get clicked and stuff like that, and I can do a 3 look back and stuff like that, but just doesn't really feel good for me.
Yeah.
And I've got the lever on the left side now, so I'll try to avoid
true.
it. Yeah.
Playing the fire.
Yeah.
Here's a random one that nobody asked. I was just thinking of. What would you think about riding a titanium frame? I know some of your competitors are riding titanium frames now, and I know Scotty's even building up a titanium hyper.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not too interested about it. I don't want my bike to be too light. I think if you go too light, then you start to sort of lose control of it. I've always had my bike around 9 kilograms. I think that's maybe 18 pounds or something, 19 pounds maybe. So I've always sort of had it around the same weight, and yeah, I see people on lighter bikes, and it just doesn't look like they have as much control of the bike as I'd want. So it doesn't interest me too much. Maybe I'll play around with it one day, but we'll see.
Might save you $1,000 here and there as well.
Yeah, that's it.
No, I think that's everything I had on my list here. What, anything else on the horizon? I know you're coming up on a pretty big milestone at Hyper, right? I think it's been about 10 years you've ridden for Hyper.
No, well, every like so Rockstar, Hyper.
Oh, okay, it was everybody.
Yeah, so that was 2013. So still 3 years.
I expect something big to celebrate that. It's a big milestone coming up.
Yeah. I don't know what we got 3 years to plan for it, huh?
I guess maybe 3 years of doing nothing. So we'll just sit around and figure it out from there.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, anything else you want to add, Logan? Or you want to go be a father and handle that wild child of yours?
Yeah, no, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for doing this with me, and yeah, I'm gonna get stuck into building some ramps. So stay tuned with everything we're doing.
Does Jason make you work?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't make me work, but I definitely help out. If I'm not helping out, then I'll just be sitting around. So yeah.
Do you have to monitor? Do you have to monitor his drinking while he's there?
He's actually pretty good. He's killing it. He'll have some beers, but there's no one really here to party with, so he's pretty tame at the moment.
I think,
but no, he's doing good. And Tui's around here every day. My mate Matty Ballas is around here every day helping out. So yeah, we got some good boys on deck.
Did you guys get like a tool sponsor? Did you post about that?
Nah. So Jason got some tools from DeWalt for a build that he did at Rampfest a while ago. But yesterday we have the hardware store called Bunnings, which is like Home Depot or whatever.
Okay.
And they like messed up the delivery yesterday, so it was a few hours late. And it was a big delivery, so when we ordered like a week ago, so it should have been here on time, and they were a few hours late. So they ended up giving us like a box of like Bunnings hats and shirts and towels and all this stuff. So we just thought we'd like do a funny photo. So we all dressed up and did a photo. So
that's funny. Cool, they're hooking up a bunch of guys to get paid to wear certain shirts with free shirts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not something I'd usually do, but we thought it'd be funny, so we did it.
Well, it didn't translate to me because I wasn't familiar with the store, so I'm like, I don't know what this is. This must be awesome.
Yeah. No, it's just sort of a little funny thing that we decided to do.
Awesome. Logan, thanks for the time. Keep us posted on the ramp. Stay safe out there, and send Noah my best regards.
Yeah, perfect. Will do. Cheers.
All right, brother. Thank you. See you soon.
See you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.